So I've recently did a service which was a major service for my BYD Atto 3, and finally they updated my infotainment system. And it's a major one because it changes a lot of things in the look and feel of the car as well as the way the UI operates. But to be honest, it wasn't as smooth as I want a system to be. When we say you have a over-the-air software update available for your car, I shouldn't have to go to the dealership to get a service done and get an update to the infotainment system. That is something which they should be able to pass it along with the over-the-air software update, which Tesla does. And I'm again comparing my Tesla with the BYD in the experience with both these things. But I think if you're living with both of these cars, it's inevitable to sort of give that comparison. So without further ado, let's switch on the car and I'll show you what changed. So the startup screen is the same, but as soon as you get into the infotainment system, right now, as you might be able to spot, there's a lot of icons underneath, like at the bottom layer, which was not the case earlier. Earlier, they had like the control for the aircon and option to do settings and other things, but a lot of controls were not here. And there's a smoother transition into these apps, as you can see. Like there's a bit of a animation going on here, which is always welcome. But let's move on to the issue that I'm having here, right? Switch on the car, drive to Brisbane Airport.
I can't access this navigation feature. Please operate it manually.
See, that's so annoying. It used to work flawlessly, like he switched it on. Now, if I do the same thing again, it would work. Drive to Brisbane Airport.
I got Brisbane Airport. Want to drive there?
See? And that's what I'm saying, right? Like you got an update which is more of a, I think it's more to do with the user interface, but it's taking away some of the functionality and the effectiveness of the BYD system. And it was quite effective and usable. But right now, things like that, if I want to drive home or drive to work, I have to open the navigation and then give the command. Earlier, it was flawless. You just say it and it used to do it. It might be a bug that they need to sort it out, but I thought I might as well point it out. Like apart from that, there's a different, I think, screen when it comes to settings of the car. Earlier, these icons used to be bigger and they were formatted differently. Right now, you can access all your settings and they're stacked in a way that you can access your light settings from here, your locks from here, which I recently came to know that if you want the sunroof to be open when you lock and unlock the car, you just have to deselect this button. But make sure your windows are closed if you are deselecting it, because if you are leaving your car in a parking lot and you leave your windows open, if the setting is turned on, the windows would close automatically as soon as you lock the car. But if it is turned off, it not only leaves the sunroof open, it also leaves the windows open, which is quite dangerous when it comes to someone taking your stuff from your car and other things. But yeah, let's leave it on for now. And the audio's moved here. Earlier, it used to be you have to go to vehicle and everything was there, like audio and other things. Right now they are more well arranged and the visualization have changed as well. As you can see, like if I say I want this, it shows what it means. Just turn it on. Like it's odd. You have to turn it off and on to see it. You cannot just click on them to see it. And the eye icon gives you the information, but if I turn it off and turn it on, it'll show us what it would be doing. Let's try with that. Yeah, same thing with this one. Like you have to select and unselect it to for the sort of visual to change, which shouldn't be the case. It should be like you click it, you should be able to see it. But then again, that's something which BYD might need to sort it out. But I do like the look and feel of the new UI. It's just that a little bit of functionality that's missing from the navigation, because the most common thing which I use in the car is navigation via the command center or the voice prompts. The other thing is if I go to Apple CarPlay, it used to be full screen. Now I understand the new UI. You have this bottom layer always stuck there, which is really good for someone who doesn't know how to control a lot of these things while You can use 3 fingers to control your aircon temperature. Left and you can use the same gesture with left and right to control the aircon, I think, fan speed. But if you know that, I don't think there's anything else there which is so important that you want to move away from the full screen interface that we had for Apple CarPlay. Like it is good, it's usable. I'm not saying it's not usable or anything, but it's something which I would have wanted an option that in Apple CarPlay, do you want the interface to be capturing the entire screen, or do you want it to be sort of squished down and looks more like a phone cast rather than the integrated bit which was earlier. And other than that, and you still cannot use the portrait mode in Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, so that the thing haven't changed yet. And other than that, this interface changed as well. And I believe this is a new addition that you can open or close the trunk from here, which is a real nice change because not always you want to go down there to click the button and you have to hold that button down. So it's very convenient to just slide the screen down and access that bit. And you can even customize what you want to see and what you want to sort of operate from the icon or dragging down the menu. And that this thing is quite uncommon. Like I didn't know for a long time that the infotainment screen does have many other options just by swiping from the top corner of the screen. But given that the system is based on Android platform, it's something which, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, it's Android. It's as Android as it can get. Like you would have options to drag down from your Samsung phones and other things to get that sort of notification as well as quick menus. So I wasn't surprised. But saying that, the overall, I believe, look and feel is changed. And even this, look at this little icon which has got little animation of the home going up and down. And this is another cool thing, like if you change the temperature, the lights change to red, or if you're reducing the temperature to green color. That's been like that like forever. But to have access to your seats, to have access to your settings, and it's fairly quick. It's not, and even where you're getting your air from, like is it coming from outside, inside, whatever. So these sort of little things make this infotainment system look cool, but they need to iron out some kinks to make it a bit more usable, a bit more, I think, effective, as well as free from those little bugs. That will be highly appreciated. And as I said again, if you're giving a over the air software update functionality, then might as well keep it updated as well as accessible to people who already got your cars, right? I, I don't understand why they would want us to go to dealership to realize there's been a new update. It's just like, what if I didn't go there for like 6 months, which means I would be missing out on the new interface. But maybe they could have or would have fixed the bugs by then. So it's sort of like a thing which you sort of live with. Buying a car brand which is focusing, I think they're focusing very well on their new cars, as well as what I would say is the overall driving experience. But when it comes to infotainment, it's not something which we expect from a car brand which is not a Tesla, because they are more tech centric, right? But still, it would have been nice if I got this update via checking in my system that is there a new update, because I check it regularly and I was not getting any updates since forever. It's been a while. And in fact, one of my subscribers asked me, how do you get your Apple CarPlay to full screen mode, because he's not getting it. But now I get it. He might have got the new update, and that's why he was not able to sort of get the full screen view of the Apple CarPlay. So yeah, that's all what's new in this interface. And if you want to use the navigation and make sure that it works with your voice command, just turn it on before you actually give it a command. Let's try it again. Drive to Gold Coast.
Here's Gold Coast QLD.
Yeah, see,
Australia.
it works.
Want to go there?
There's been some changes to the maps as well. Like if you were able to see,
Navigation.
I can see how far I would be able to drive. Currently it says 418, which is my current range. So it's saying in 418 kilometers, this is how far I can go, which I don't believe was earlier in the maps. as well as you have an option to now just click on that to be able to see any chargers which are nearby. Just drive there if need be. So which is also something which has changed, which I almost forgot, but I haven't used these features much because I usually don't travel too far in this car. It's under 200 kilometers one side, which I usually travel up, and you have an option to do sort of these things as well. But yeah, that's been there. Just the interface has changed, but now I think this map is heavily Google inspired as well, and that's signified by the search for and the Google icon which is there. Like as I said, the look and feel of the new interface is nice. It's smooth. It's fairly quick. It's not too laggy or anything like that. It's just that there's a little bit of learning curve to make the most out of your BYD experience. I still prefer the Android Auto as well as the other things that this car does compared to any other car apart from Tesla. I don't mind Tesla not having an Android Auto interface because over there you can log into your Apple Music, YouTube Music, and even Amazon Prime Music or whatever apps you usually use. And that's even better sometimes because then you're not using your own phone's data and whatnot. But that they're minor things like, you buy a car, you live with the system, you learn how to drive as well as make the most out of those systems. But yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with my BYD. If you think that I'm complaining about the odd things which BYD service centers as well as the team that is managing the infotainment updates via over the air is doing, then don't get me wrong. Like I still like my BYD. I drive it almost every day. Hi there.
I can't tell you the remaining time because I don't know where you are going.
Sure. I think the voice assistant's changed as well. The voice is a bit more, but I mean, it sounds a bit more, I think, calm. Earlier, it used to be good, but not that good. Yeah, so yeah, this is it for this video. Thanks for joining in, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you want me to cover any other topic about the BYD or Tesla, feel free to leave that in the comment section. And I hope to see you in the next one.